Because oftentimes we are not aware of the things we are holding on to. And these could be experiences, people, material stuff even. Usually the things we hold on to are long gone. But for whatever reason, they become ingrained in our being or identity. And if these experiences are negative, they will block our energy and our blessings. So I truly hope that the message I'm sharing inspires and motivates you to improve your life. Now let's get to the point. Welcome back to another episode of ToDaPointPodcast. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I have to say I am so grateful for each and every one of you. The subscribers count is going up, so I am very, very grateful for that. Let's get into today's topic though. The title of today is What Happens When You Let Go. Maybe you've heard of the paraguay monkey traps. Basically, monkeys were sneaking into villages and steal things from the people. And to get rid of the monkeys, they decided to place some coconut traps. These traps consist of a tiny hole in it and snacks placed inside of the coconut. When the monkeys noticed the snacks, they wanted to go and grab the snacks. By clenching their fist, of course, their hands would not fit through the hole in order to get away with the snacks. The monkeys got frustrated and had no realization that the only thing they had to do to be free is to let go of the snack. And this is a metaphor for things that we go through in life. Because oftentimes we are not aware of the things we are holding on to. And these could be experiences, people, material stuff even. Usually the things we hold on to are long gone. But for whatever reason, they become ingrained in our being or identity. And if these experiences are negative, they will block our energy and our blessings. Holding on to unnecessary things occupies the space for us to receive what it is that we need. And there's a huge difference between getting what we want and what we need. Let's say with a toxic relationship, for example. It's not just because we want that person, it automatically means that that is the person we need, because that person might be bad to us or bad for us. And saying this out loud, I realize that perhaps by not letting go, we are consciously choosing to keep and want whatever it is we're holding on to. We don't know what the universe has in store for us. We deserve more or better, so why not prepare and get ready for whatever the universe is going to send our way? An example I can give is a personal experience. I was holding on to a relationship that was long over. Besides the grieving period, I was also holding on to the fantasy that I know, of course, wasn't real. Because there was a fantasy I created about that situation and that person. And after a couple of months of grieving and therapy, I was able to let go of the thing I was holding on to. And I believe that this situation presented itself in my life because it was trying to make me aware of the areas about myself that I needed to work on. On top of that, I also had to reconnect with myself because I completely lost myself in that relationship or situationship, whatever you want to call it. I forgot who I was, or worse yet, I didn't even know who I was. Otherwise, I wouldn't have tolerated everything that I did and settled for something so toxic. And looking back now, I definitely know that that was not what I wanted. And in order to reconnect with myself, I had to get therapy to let go of traumas and limiting beliefs I was having about myself. I, for example, started doing things I was putting off. Like, for example, starting this YouTube channel, making music. And it's not really about those activities. I realized that it's about doing whatever it is that makes you happy and elevates your frequency. Once you're able to do that and reconnect with yourself, all will start flowing again. And you start attracting back good things into your life. So when I decided to let go of that chapter and take the lessons I had to learn from that situation, I freed up space in my life energetically for new things to manifest. I believe that whatever we go through in life is there to teach us a lesson or help us face our fears. To be able to let go, it's important to face what this experience or these experiences are trying to teach you and take 100% accountability for your part in it. And I said this in previous videos, not to blame yourself for whatever happened, but whatever shows up in our lives, I do believe that some way or another, we had our, even though if sometimes a tiny bit of responsibility for it, right? Maybe you were in a toxic relationship and that person treated you badly, but somewhere, some way, you let that happen, right? Not to say that whatever that person did was right, but maybe you were not good with setting boundaries, maybe you were ignoring your intuition, maybe you feel unhappy by yourself and you thought that it might be a good idea to be in a relationship or situationship with someone who you know from the start that is not good for you, right? So take 100% accountability for whatever you experienced. And it's going to be difficult at first because you're angry and it's easier to point the fingers at someone else. Again, do not blame yourself because that's not going to help you with anything. Just realize that somewhere or another you had a part in this whole situation. And make a promise to yourself to never ever let that happen again. So, whenever you feel like there's no room for you to receive what it is you desire and what's good for you, it might be time to start looking at the things you're holding on to that no longer are needed. So when you decide to drop those things, you will see that the energy blockage will disappear. And then good things start happening again into your life. And sometimes all it takes is a small movement, a small change, adjustment to change the trajectory of your entire life. So keep that in mind whenever you feel like it's difficult to let go. And one of the things that helped me is to ask myself on a regular basis, because our ego is always trying to get in the way. So you might not get the answers right away, but ask yourself this one simple question. And this question is, what is that thing I am holding on to representing? What does it stand for? And to give you an example, let's say you're holding on to an ex-partner, right? And this person used to give you a feeling of being loved or being part of a special group because you're not single anymore, right? Basically, that person stands for a symbol of you feeling better about yourself because you're not single, right? Start giving that feeling to yourself by doing things you love doing and things that give you a confidence boost. Like I said before, find a new hobby. Maybe it's go shopping and change up your style. Move to a certain place. I don't know. That's something extreme for a period like that, but you get what I'm saying, right? Do something that gives you a long feeling of confidence boost. And no matter how small or big the thing you do in order to get that feeling, if you do more of those things, eventually you will notice that you are able to give those things to yourself. That means that person who you thought gave you that feeling is no longer needed because you realize that feeling was coming from the inside of you, right? So do those things and see how easier it becomes to provide for yourself, for your own emotional needs. And this way it's easier to let go. So yeah, that's the video for today. I hope you found value. If so, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and share with me what it is you're holding on to. And this might be something big or small, but what is it that you're holding on to that you know you need to let go of? Thank you for watching, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one.